Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs, cats, Jews, Gentiles, Martians, Venetians, and anything else in between, and especially those who ain't sure yet. You still got time to figure it out. Welcome to that classic rock show. I'm Shawnee, the Nature Boy Sean Dolby. Got fabulous Moolah Heather Rogers over here. And check it out. Our guest today, Erode the Dream. See, let me do my Dick Clark thing.
Right. Here,
Erode the Dream, ladies and gentlemen. Clap, 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 applause, applause.
While you're doing that, this is why we're here today.
Yes, because we're always doing something for a purpose.
Yeah.
Not only are we the centerpiece for the local bands here in Charleston, South Carolina, we have become the topic of discussion for everything rock and roll. And I'd like to start today off with a sincere rest in peace to, because y'all know how I am, Ozzy. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Y'all know I'm a Black Sabbath fanatic. That's how the show got started, me loving Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin so much. And from time to time, Archer's going to come on. We're going to talk a little trivia about Ozzy and so much going on. Let's get into Erode the Dream, though. Let's talk about this right now because they're alive and they're right here. And we got them. We got them, goddamn. We got them. Right here. Erode the Dream. Let's introduce yourselves, fellas.
Hello, hello.
Hello. No, I mean, who are you, man?
Yeah.
Oh, me. Hi. Okay.
Damn it.
I'm Steve. I'm the drummer for Erode the Dream.
And I'm Mauricio. I'm the singer for Erode the Dream.
All right. That's good. Let's get
what-
four-piece band, right? Four-piece?
Five.
Five.
Yeah, that extra person to get together is so difficult.
2 guitars, 1 bass, drums, and vocals.
Okay.
Lots of sound.
Heather, you got some questions?
Well, I was going to first of all say, Maurizio, I saw you guys at Tin Roof. I think it was with John Revolta. It was John Revolta, right? Yeah.
One of those.
You give me Bruce Dickinson vibes. Like, I got chills. I just wanted to tell you that. I told Jonathan whenever, I think that night actually. But do you get compared to a lot of other like rock and roll singers? Like, do people tell you that you sound like
who, for example?
like anybody, like Bruce Dickinson? You know what I'm talking about when I say
Bruce
Bruce.
Dickinson?
Yeah.
Great. That's a new one.
Really? Is it?
Wow.
Who do they typically tell you that you sound like?
In some part, they told me someone said Lane Staley. There's a
Wow.
lot of grunge there. Maybe Axl Rose as well.
Yeah.
Some growls, and there's a mixture. Obviously, I grew up listening to all those bands.
Yeah.
And I always said that they were my kind of teachers, singing teachers, because
Yeah.
I tried to sing exactly like them in each album. Iron Maiden, Metallica,
Yeah.
Soundgarden. So that way, I think I trained my voice.
Yeah.
And
So how would you
thank
describe your sound as overall?
Oh man.
I have
You go first.
I
You
like
seem
to
prepared.
say progressive grunge,
Okay.
something like that. But each of us has different
Yeah,
ideas.
I just go rock. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
That's what I was gonna say.
basic-
Rock. Yeah.
it's
Basic rock.
Yeah, we are using this as a vessel for ourselves to experiment in many different ways.
Definitely.
I mean, there's some things that come out very classic traditional rock vibe, and every once in a while we slick our hair back and go back to the emo vibe as well. So
So you encompass a few different genres, then, I guess.
we all got a lot of loves.
Lots of
I'm
references.
holding the vinyl. You know, as a DJ, I'm a fan of vinyl. I love anybody who still has vinyl. I love it. Anybody who's willing to take the investment to invest into vinyl. I love it. How many projects have y'all recorded? Have y'all done?
That's our first and our debut,
Uh-huh.
which we're holding. We're currently back in the studio, and we're having a love-hate affair with that right now. But
I can imagine.
I think they said you had like 4. You have 4 that you've written, and you're working on some more. Is that right?
4 new songs. We are
Yeah.
working on those right now. Yeah.
Oh, look at
This was
That's
an
gorgeous.
EP. It has 5 songs there, and now we are working on new for one.
You want to talk writing style? Do you guys work together to write? Is there somebody that primarily writes, or how do you guys do that?
That's cool, ain't it?
There's a clear version.
Beautiful.
I love this.
Absolutely
We
beautiful.
have a pink, clear version
yeah.
as well.
That's pretty.
About the writing, yeah, I think sometimes it comes first the music. As far as we have worked, the music has been there, and then I start writing. For this album, for example, obviously you write about what you're living, what you're feeling. That's like the creativity comes from. In that moment, I was making this transition to come here.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ideas around that part, the transition, the trip, the being distant from the family, from friends, and new place, new friends, etc. There's a lot of
So about
ingredients.
where were you coming from, and what was happening? Like, did you come here to join the band? Was that already a decision, like, or these are songs that you wrote before you joined Erode the Dream, or?
Well, I came here. I have been doing music a long time now, and once I arrived to Charleston, I talked to a couple of friends. It happens to be John's friends and as well, telling them about I'm eager to sing. If they happen to know a band that it's needing for a singer.
Yeah.
Did that go over well with your speaking accent? Did that go over well? But was you telling that you wanted to sing? Because I'm sure some people probably were a little hesitant.
Oh no, swimmingly.
Well,
He was what we were looking for. We were looking for something outside the box. I mean,
You haven't heard him
two-
sing.
yeah. These
You're
and
incredible. No, I'm gonna give you.
this is where it kind of gets back to what you just originally your question here of the albums. I mean, when we wrote this first one, it became an exploration for. John and I started jamming in the beginning. We had Ryan come in early on, and everybody came in as steps. So it allowed all these songs to unravel in such an organic nature that we did not have control of. That was beautiful in its own way. A lot of some of our earliest recordings, The Waiting, you go back and listen to it, and we're still in love with it because of how special of a moment that was for us as artists to come together and
that's
create.
Exactly what it
Yeah,
should be.
Yeah.
and that was done in I don't remember what the space. It used to be like a kindergarten or something like that. Like John's boss let us like camp up there for a little while. I mean, we're just a bunch of old dudes trying to write something again.
That's out of sight. That's out of sight.
Yeah.
Listen, when it comes to normally I don't ask about the songwriting. That's Heather's usually thing. But I got a question about the songwriting. The bands and the artists that I produced and work with, they usually go off of the music. They gotta have the track first to get the vibe of the track, and then that'll direct them. How visual do you visualize the songwriting? Because a lot of pop artists I work with actually visualize the music video, and that's how they direct, how they write the lyrics.
That's funny. That should be brought up today. No, I want you to chime in now.
okay, again.
That was the handoff. Sorry.
Start with the music, really. So,
Okay.
and again, like the experiences or the things that happens in your life. There are actually one song that's very surrealist.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from geometric shapes and obviously talking about metaphorically. And again, it's a very rich visual, as you said.
And
A way for us to make the sounds.
Sorry, that's exactly what I wanted you to say, because when we get into this, like, we're about to start getting ready to do another music video.
Okay.
And we start coming up with the creative vision of it. And this time around, it was kind of made up outside of Mauricio's thought process. So after the idea for the video was created, he is allowed then to say, this is actually what I was thinking in the lyric process. So those ideas now get to be incorporated as the idea has already been preset.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Well,
That's
and
gorgeous.
the reason I love to bring that up is first of all, I have written and I'm a singer. I'm not a gigging musician or anything like that, but I'm a huge Beatles fan, and Get Back is one of my favorite documentary series, and one of the reasons why I love it so much is you get to see the magic happen. You're literally sitting there and George walks in and goes, hey, I wrote this song last night, and it turns out to be like Taxman or something, and so I love to hear about the process. And how does the process change from project 1 to project 2? Do you have trouble recreating the magic,
Yeah, or do you even try to recreate the magic and try to make a whole new
like,
magic?
is it hard to follow up from, we've made this masterpiece that we love so dearly, now let's see how we can make another one? Like, does that change, or?
Yeah. I mean, personally, I would say yes. It's changed. It's a very different experience this time around.
The new songs, right?
The new songs, yes.
Yeah.
I would say more of a challenge there to allow the organic nature to flow through. It still means through that struggling, there is organic in that. Like, we as humans are supposed to struggle, so sometimes you just keep beating a song, hang it up on a shelf for a few months, you come back to it, and that idea clicks in like that. You know?
And you almost wonder if it's like a movie sequel or if it's an evolution. You know, like it could go either way,
It's
right?
like
it could actually
It's
be
almost like sports. If you win the Super Bowl, trying to win another one, the next one is hard as hell.
Yeah.
You don't want to take the same approach.
Right.
don't- that's
You're
right.
Like,
You damn sure
they've
don't.
seen it coming. I gotta change it up now.
But it could also be a progression or a succession. You know, it could also be, this one could even be better. Because, you know, like a movie sequel, it could either, you know, be really great, or it could be, you know, not so great. I don't know. I'm fascinated by that, just because I've done a little bit, I've dabbled, and it's a really interesting process, especially when you collaborate. Because Sean and I collaborated on stuff, and there are times where I took the lead on lyrics, he already had the track, or there are times where we wrote lyrics together. So that, you know, it's just, I'm just fascinated. I think it's really interesting, and I hope that, you know, you don't struggle. Well, I mean, I guess there's
In
beauty
other
in the
words, you don't wanna
struggle,
fuck it up.
right?
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck it up. You want to. Doing the second one. The second one is easy to get fucked up because you got a set sound. You've established your sound on the first one. So the second one, subconsciously, you try to do better. But sometimes when you purposely try to do better, you ended up fucking it up.
As overthinking.
Overthinking a record is really easy to
Yeah.
do. One note could screw up
Yeah.
a song.
What
One
so-
progression.
What about, we talked about influences really briefly, but but Steve, who are your influences? Are there drum, you know, guys that play drums that you're just like, I wanted to be
that's
like
true. You don't normally
this
hear
guy?
drummers.
And well,
have
it's like
their
I asked
influences.
when I interviewed the library last week. I asked their little drummer. He's like 13, and he said Buddy Rich.
Smart.
And I'm like,
he had to go back and
how
watch
do
some
you
old
even know
Dean.
who that is?
He had to
Like-
watch some Dean Martin and some Johnny Carson to see that.
So talk, you know, are there drummer influences?
Shoot, man. There are many bands. I mean, I have always been about the songwriting experience, not just about the percussive element.
Okay.
So it's one of my favorite drummers of all time has got to be Benny Greb, but he's a one-off drummer. That's he does more studio work, and but he's absolutely fantastic. He's got a whole theory about sound and creation of beats, and it just anything in life you can feel it as a rhythm, and it's an approach that I've always tried to take when. And that's where, going back to the last question, struggling in this album process is like you come up with ideas, and then the second time around, you're trying not to recreate the same exact thing. You're trying to look at it from a different angle. And it's the same with sounds. It's just, I can create the same rhythms, but use different sounds. How do I make this work?
Do you prefer the live to studio or studio to live?
Oh, it's like asking, which kid do you like more? It's kind of, I don't want to piss one of them off. What would you
Studio
say?
thing is like having a camera in your face, and you need to do it not perfectly because you have the time to maybe do it again better, but definitely is very stressful. It's kind of stressful situation to be in a
lot
studio.
of people prefer the studio, but then a lot of people always say that they like the
live.
feedback from the.
Yeah, definitely.
But honestly, the feedback from the crowd can allow you to fuck the song up too.
Mm-hmm.
You
It
can
can
get
go
so
either way,
into the
yeah.
crowd that you forget to get into the song.
Yeah.
And you just don't perform the song as well.
Well,
That's why I asked that.
It was funny because you remember Eric said when we were talking to him during Valentine's Day, because he's a guitar player and he'll hear me in the crowd and it throws him off.
Yeah, that can happen.
It's really funny.
We're here with Erode the Dream. The name of this debut project is Neon Nightmares. I love that name.
And their band name is really cool too. And we were going to talk about, unless you guys want to talk about it on the next one, other ones that John's going.
Wait a minute, real quick before we go out of this set. Let's go into that. What were the alternate names for this band?
John's like, yeah.
What were the alternate names, man?
You can cuss. It doesn't. You can say whatever you want.
One.
We had one, and like we were almost
And I
ready
know a couple
for it.
more we took.
What's it called?
Shit.
Sea of Clouds.
Sea of Clouds. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It sounded like an evangelical group.
Yeah,
so
that
maybe
sounds
not.
very yacht rockish.
Sounded like that.
That's what we're going
I liked
for,
that
man.
name actually in that moment, but
Yeah.
later I just
We all
maybe
wore
not.
Sperry's.
There was another
back
like
then.
beat trick.
We all were serious.
No. Yeah, that was an idea, and yeah, I think we liked it. And one of our final members, Robbie, who actually used to play with John in a previous band, came in, and we're all like, "Yeah, we're thinking this idea," and he just goes, "Ew,
Yeah, he didn't
no,
like it.
I do not like that." So it put us right back to the drawing board, and Erode the Dream shifted out in the final ones.
You guys got a hell of a creative process, man. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And it comes out perfectly with this perfect vinyl. This is perfect here.
It's beautiful.
This is perfect. How many did you have printed up?
Oh, I don't.
100?
Hey, give me. What are we? No.
200,
200,
100 clear.
200,000.
That's the one you have in your hand.
250.
Are there any like
And
at
go buy them.
Monster? Are there? They're at Monster. Okay.
Yeah, Monster
Music?
and Record Stop just started carrying
Oh, at
as
Grey
well.
Cat. Grey Cat.
Grey
right
Cat
here in
as
Park
well.
Circle. Okay. If they're open, Oh, nice. What was the name of that one? Black Circle,
Black
in
Circle.
Somerville. Okay, I didn't even realize we had that many local
I didn't
record
realize that
stores.
either.
I knew about Grey Cat and Monster, but there's evidently so many more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess so. We're gonna take a break and play some Erode the Dream music, and then we'll be back with Archer and the other two other members of the band.
This great band,
Sweet.
Erode the Dream.
Check them out.
Thank you.